Whose credit card debt is that?
Just mine. She has no credit card debt.
What did you charge on credit cards to go into debt?
Mostly it was food, like spending money to eat while at the airport. So probably somewhere between, I would say, $30 or $50 a day eating at the airport to be doing those 110, 100 hours of working a week.
Let me ask you, when you were working 100 or 90 hours a week, how much were you making per shift gross?
So let's say 150,
Let's break it down. So 150 minus taxes, how much you think you would take home from that?
95,
95. And out of 95, you spent how much on gas to get there?
$10 a day.
So you have 95, then you're down to 85. And then how much would you spend on food, including coffee, lunch, dinner, whatever it is you would buy on the way to your shift, on the way there, or while there, or on the way back?
Let's say 60.
Okay. So you came home with like 20 bucks, basically.
Pretty much, yes, if that.
That's not a very effective Swiss Army knife. Sort of doesn't make sense, right?
Correct.
Did you ever realize that before just now?
When it led to me being evicted, yes.
Whoa, what happened?
2022 was working two jobs, working at the airport and then was working at a mortgage company. We got laid off from the mortgage company and pretty much just working just to keep getting by. And it was never enough. Couldn't afford the place anymore.
What did you do when you got evicted?
I moved in with a friend.
Were you two married at the time?
No, we had just started dating.
Okay. And Monica, what was your take on learning that Michael had been evicted?
My heart is racing just hearing the story.
Why?
A lot. It's a lot. We started dating in July 2023. Things are going great. We've known each other for 20 years. He had already said, I want to marry you, all these things. So I went to go surprise him one day at his place. Like, hey, babe, I'm downstairs. Didn't answer. He pulls up to the apartment and he says, you look beautiful. I don't live here anymore. And that's how I found out. When I tell you I had no idea, I had zero clue that there was any financial struggle, that he was behind on rent. Probably 2 weeks prior, we had a conversation by the pool about finances. Really, for the first time, seriously, we're like, oh, I like to track my expenses. You like to track your expenses? And he told me he had spreadsheets, and I told him I just had been getting more into personal finance more and all these things. So he listens to Bloomberg all the time. So the impression I had in our early dating stages was this guy is on top of his finances. I knew he wasn't rich financially, but I thought he was on top of things. And so I was shocked to pull up and learn that he was evicted. I had no idea. He had moved out the night before. I had no clue. So it was shocking, and it was early on in our relationship, and it betrayed trust really early on.
So once trust was broken, what did you do then?
I had to reevaluate. I was like, do I want to marry this person? Am I ready? Can I trust him? He was extremely apologetic, obviously. He said he didn't want to burden me, but it felt like I have no idea how this guy really manages his money. Once we started talking more, he shared what he shared with you about the food spending. And I think we had calculated at the time, it was like thousands of dollars a month on food. And I was just floored because I'm like, how does this make any sense? So it just like really undermined any trust I had at the time.
And then what did you do next?
I cried, not in front of him. I called a friend who was distant enough from our relationship just to ask her thoughts, her opinions. I asked her, like, am I dumb to move forward? You know, I also have a lot of compassion for him, but I felt I had to do some discernment on my own of, do I want to move forward? But ultimately decided, yes, give him a chance. We all fall on tough times. To me, it's not about the money. It's about the lack of transparency, him not trusting me with what was going on, and then also him not asking for help from any of the strong village that we have in our life. No one knew about this. Not a mom, not a godfather, not a friend. So it was the questioning of like, how does he logically approach life if he got into this pickle without saying a word about it?
I'm going to ask a difficult question to both of you. Do you see any patterns, Michael, with what happened with the eviction and what is happening right now with money?
Yes, it's being defensive, protective, and hiding behind the weight of everything versus being able to ever come up for air. It's just a consistent, you're not there yet. You got to keep pushing. You got to keep going. But it's all about you, still that individual solo mindset for me.
Yeah, I agree. It's not being candid and honest with what's going on, both when things are bad, but also when things are good. It's thinking of asking for help as burdening others so you don't ask for help. And it's quite simply not being an effective communicator. Now, if you want to do it solo, that's one thing. You can do whatever you want when you're solo. But when you're married, certainly when you're a parent, that just doesn't work anymore.